Dangerfield. Oh, hello, we are back with another Dragon's Den videos. I asked for the subscribers, I promised you more, I got the subscribers, here's more. This is called beach something, beach powder. I don't know what the actual Dragon's Den episode is because this is on one of those compilations and I haven't seen it. But it says beach powder down at the bottom, so my Dragon's Den dealer assures me there'll be some. I got cramp in my leg. Oh, jeez. It's a great start. I'll leave it in though. I like to show the truth behind the illusion. I think in these times of AI, such things are quite important. No more delay. Let's crack on with this. Oh, interesting kind of strings.
I created the products myself, I've written the website myself, I manufacture the products myself. So yeah, I've put a lot of effort and energy.
And that will be her first mistake. If you're interested in becoming an entrepreneur, or even if you are, get the book by Felix Dennis, How to Get Rich. It's not graphs and equations and algorithms or anything. It's written like a novel. You'll read it in an afternoon, and his first advice is delegate. When you start a business, I do this myself, I do that myself, I do that myself, yeah, and you're burning out and you cannot scale that business because you're doing it all. Yes, you're going to lose some money by employing people to do something, but when you've got staff doing things, you're free to do things that the director can do that staff can't. And so you can then grow your business rather than just burning out. And how are you going to eventually get staff when you're doing it all? Because you'll have it all networked around your life, and it'll be very difficult later on down the line to bring people in. You need to delegate. And you know what Felix Dennis says, and it's a cracking bit of advice. The job you think that you are the only person that can do it, that's the first job you delegate. That's the first one you put out there. Don't get precious. It's business. It's not art. There is an art of business, I'll give you that, but that's just metaphorical. Let's be serious here. So this isn't looking good.
Into this business.
Wow.
Missed that. Swimming trunks and a towel. That's all you need, Mr. Jones, when you go to the beach. But you would wear...
No content.
Swim trunks, a towel, that's all you need when you go to the beach, Mr. Jones.
It's like some 70s British sitcom. Great detective work, though. Great deduction from... I nearly called him Theo, then Tuka!
Your, what are they called?
Budgie smugglers. Yeah, that's what I wear.
And just... Budgie smugglers. I've never heard that, but it works, doesn't it? It conjures up an unpleasant image. Budgie smugglers. I had a mate once who had a budgie, and I didn't like the horrible thing. It smelt. And I went round his house once, and I said to him, I couldn't see the budgie in the cage. The cage had one of those sort of bags around the bottom to catch all the bird turd and seeds and all that, you know, that they feed them. I said, oh no, what? Did the bird die? He went, no, he's in there. So I sort of looked over the bag bit and he was on the floor. Now, a budgie, you know the shape of a budgie? Well, that's not actually the shape of a budgie, because this budgie's feathers had all fallen out. It was sick. And the tail feather that gives it that bird shape, there's nothing in that. So when that feather falls out, brace yourselves, people, but it was like a ball bag with like feet and a beak, and it was sort of laying on its side. And I said, mate, please put it out its misery, kill it. He said, no, he's all right, watch. And he got some tweezers and he picked up a bit of like seed and just put it in its dying mouth. I think it lived for a couple more weeks, I think. Yeah, the old ball bag bird story. Sorry, let's go.
Like Peter Jones's swimwear of choice, Stephanie's creation often leaves people in a state of shock.
When people use it for the first time, they look at me as if they've just seen a magic trick. They can't believe just how good it is.
Whoa, okay, and here it is. There you go, beach powder. What could it be? Well, you certainly get a bit of chaffing if you spend a day at a beach. You know, you get that sand up around your budgie. You do get a bit of sand up between your budgie and your thighs. I imagine women, oh god, yeah, and you know, under your armpits and under your bosom perhaps. So maybe it's some kind of chaffing powder. Chaffing powder sounds like a name of a detective in my world.
If this is what I think it is, it's going to be genius.
Whoa, and there it is. What does it actually look like? Looks like some kind of crystalline affair. There's a bit of glitter around the end of that tub, isn't there? Ooh, exciting stuff.
So will the dragons view her seaside invention as a sure thing?
Hello, I'm Stephanie, and I'm here today to ask you for £60,000 in return for a 10% share.
Okay, so 60,000 for 10%. She's valuing her company at 600,000. So I would suggest for that to be a fair valuation, she's got to be turning over about 1.5 mil, something like that. And that's a lot of whatever that is in that. That's a lot of beach powder.
In beach powder. You know that horrible feeling when you're leaving the beach and you've got to put your shoes back on, but you've still got bits of sand on your skin?
Ah, Sarah.
Just grab your beach powder, sprinkle it on.
Oh my gosh, sprinkle half the can on.
Swish it off, and the sand comes off.
It's shake and vac for hands. We all know the shake and vac advert. I'll tell you what, for perhaps our American or anyone who's not British, I will drop a bit of that in now.
It's all you have to do. Do the shake and back and put the freshness back. Do the shake and back and put the freshness back. When your carpet smells fresh, your room does too.
Amazing, just throw it away and then just hoover it up, vacuum it up. Sorry, keep saying hoover. We know why. What's that called? I forgot what that's called. When a brand becomes so popular, people confuse it for the item. Let me know in the comments. Nah, I'll put it there. There.
Genericized.
Anyway, continue. Hands forward.
Instantly. During the
underwhelmed. Let's have a look how underwhelmed Meaden was. Watch.
And the sand comes off instantly.
I'm just thinking, how much is one of those bottles? Because the amount she put on. You got a family of 5, yeah? Mum, dad, 3 kids. You go to the beach. Well, is it just your hands, or are you going to do your feet as well? What about your under bosom, under armpits, down in your budgerigar? That tub's that day. And if that tub's anything, maybe if it was something like £2, and it was sold in shops around beaches or something, where you get your little rubber rings and all that. Maybe, but my guess is this will be something like 14 quid. And 14 quid is a lot of money to add to a trip to the beach for just to not have sand on your hands. Because you're going to be covered in sand anyway, unless you shower in the stuff. Unless you can buy a maxi 10 litre beach powder shower tub. It's kind of I mean, it does solve a problem, but that problem is so minuscule. I just can't see. I mean, it's got a bit of novelty value, I suppose. Someone with low group dynamic confidence might think, "Oh, I'll get some of that beach powder to take to the beach with the friends today. They'll think I'm amazing when I get that out. I'll take all that sand off their hands." But after that, it's not. You're not going to go and buy another pack, are you? Another tub.
During the first 12 months, I managed to secure around 70 stockists, and I also managed to get the products in front of the buyers of a very large international airline. And if I had £1 for everyone who said to me, these products would do so well in Australia,
Yeah, this is where it always worries me, because if she's got it in front of these 70 here and this and that and that and that, well, then why is she on Dragon's Den? Well, because they didn't buy them. They didn't want them. It didn't go through.
have you thought about Cape Town or Dubai? They'd sell so well in Dubai. I'd be rich by now. I wouldn't need you guys. So I hope that you find that as exciting as I do.
I'm blown away.
Thank you for listening.
I'm going to put the light on.
A powder to remove sand from the skin is the offering Stephanie Kelsey is hoping to clean up with in the...
Right, what am I calling here? She's valued it at 600 grand. Now, if she comes out and says I'm turning over 2 million a year, she'll get this now depends entirely and exclusively is probably the word I wanted to use. You know, regardless of the product, as long as it's not poisonous, if she's selling 2 million of these, 2 million revenue, net profit 800 grand or something, she'll get 5 offers. If she's selling anything less than basically her asking price, I'd say that isn't a standard thing. In this instance, I'm suggesting, you know, if she's done 600 in her first year and she's got offers and blah 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 blah, then it may scale and she can go to America, Australia, Asia, Southeast Asia, loads of beaches, all that sort of stuff. There's the potential to scale it, but if it's anything under that, no one. And again, well, actually, the price of it doesn't matter. If it's 30 quid a tub, it doesn't matter if she is selling $2 million worth.
The den.
I want to sit on the beach.
She's
Awkward. I want to sit on the beach. Again.
in the den.
I want to sit on the beach.
She's seeking £60,000 for a 10% share in her company. And whilst the other dragons put the powder to the test, Peter Jones wants to brush up on the business.
Really quite ingenious.
Thank you.
Where did this idea come to you? How did it come about?
Because I live near some beautiful beaches. I live on the Isle of Man.
He's not a bright bloke, is he, Peter? I mean, he's proven himself in business, but I mean that was a dull, uninteresting, and it didn't offer her anything to say back to him. That was just all about him. It's ingenious. You know, what does she say? Thanks. I mean, that's real polite society. That's ingenious. Thank you. End. Maiden's that far away from a stroke there.
So, just
Sarah, you said it was genius, but suddenly you look like you've got a bit of sand up your Ben Nevis.
give me an idea of how much
Why you think your business is worth 600 grand.
does this cost and what do you sell it for?
It retails at $9.99.
Jesus. So a tenner a pop to get a bit of sand off your hands. You know, that's 4 ice creams. I like to measure my my commodities in ice creams.
And they're £4.16 wholesale.
You know, wholesale, that's, you know, if I had this product, it would be only online, there'd be no wholesale sales. I'd rather than waste that money, you know, what a drop. £4.50 did she say to sell to shops so that they can make the profit, and she's going to be making, what, £2-3 off each one? Whereas she could spend money on SEO, spend money on marketing, content marketing, which is essentially writing blogs to bring people to your shop, which is also SEO. Get yourself a lot of backlinks, you know, reach out to magazines that do stuff about holidays and that, get interviews. Well, you can find out more about Beach Powder at www.beachpowder for sale here, whatever her website is. It's probably just beachpowder.com or dot something. What else would she do? There was one other I was thinking there. Influencer marketing. Send out a load of these to loads of Instagrammers who've got you know, not, you don't have to have loads of. If she sends out, like, there was that chocolate, that sexy chocolate that was £30 for free chocolates, and I think I might have told you about this before, but it's always a good story to repeat. And he thought, how do I make a viral video to advertise my chocolates? And there's no real kind of way. You know, there's no, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but there's no sort of flow chart of how to get a viral video. So he thought, rather than get one video with 1 million views, how about I get 10,000 videos with 1,000 views each, or 10,000 views each? So he sent his chocolates out. They set up hundreds of TikTok accounts, hundreds of Instagram accounts, hundreds of YouTube channels. You know, they all only got a few thousand or a few hundred subscribers, but because it was so wide, it was almost like a viral video every day. So she could get in the influencer market, funnel everyone to her website. Look at the change in retail price of $14.99, I think she said, to trade, selling to shops to retail $4.50 or something, $4.99. She's losing a tenner on every tub. I wouldn't do that at all. This would be an outright online business, and she's selling at 18 grand a year. It's shocking.
And what do they cost you?
£1.30 for beach powder and £1.60 for beach powder shimmer.
Beach powder shimmer. Oh, that'll be the glitter I saw at the beginning. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So get the sand off and put some glitter back on. It's just, sounds quite glittery, isn't it? So what did she say? They're £1.30. So, you know, selling at £15, which is essentially, effectively what she said. You know, that's £13.70 profit for one tub. And the fact she's only taken 18 grand in 12 months, Lord knows where she's got that value from. This is the value of hope, the value of dreams. She's valued it on her dreams. Oh, well, if I do this, and if this happens, and if this happens, next year I'll sell this much. And then if this happens, and this happens, and my fairy godmother comes down, this'll happen. And then if this happens, and this happens, and 18 grand, love. You've done 18 grand, your company's worth about 18 grand.
That's a good margin that you have there.
Yeah.
That you're giving away to those retail outlets.
Stephanie's.
It's gone very quiet in there. Yes, it's edited, but no one's interested. No one's interested. Again, this could be a couple of years, get in, get out, make a few quid.
Intermission.
Hello there. You might have already heard a bit of background noise. I live in a tropical climate, and I could hear it starting to rain, and it soon became a full-blown monsoon. Now, usually my microphone, miraculously, I mean, I don't know how it works, but it cuts that out, because it's happened before. But I recorded this whole thing in one take, and when I listened to it back, there was about 20 minutes where you just couldn't hear me, you couldn't hear the dragons or anything. So you'll see the lighting change in a few minutes because I had to redo a section. I had to redo it, or things I said later wouldn't have made sense. So you're going to get a little bit more of unappealing, unattractive background noise, but then it'll clear out completely. Let's get back to the main feature. But I tell you you should go for this. Sarah, this is QVC all over. You know, bored housewife sitting at home, half a bottle of Chardonnay down, haven't been to the beach in 10 years. Oh, beach powder. Oh, that looks lovely, doesn't it, Dave? Yeah. Debit card's already plugged into the telly. Beep. Bought. 2 weeks later, package comes through. What the fuck's this?
His impressive markup on her.
But you can shift units through QVC. Trust me, they know what they're doing. They know their target audience. You've seen the kind of products. I'm not only talking about QVC. I'm talking about those kinds of telesales. You know, not those telesales, TV sales shows. You know, oh, look at this beautiful porcelain-esque statue of the Virgin Mary. I mean, it looks. She's slightly boss-eyed. I think this is the boss-eyed Mary of Guadavaria, and it's only $29.99. You can get two for $49.99. Yeah, but you'd shift units.
The products gets her on the right side of Tej Larvani. But the revelation of her meagre sales so far...
I don't usually get on with old Esteban, but meagre is brilliant. Someone could make a few quid out of this. What am I going to call it? I think she's going to get an offer, actually. I know it sounds weird, but not at that, not 10%. Nah, this will be one of those 49% jobs. I want 49% because I'm going to be calling on all my contacts. I'm going to be calling on all my knowledge, and we'll get it in all the shops, or we'll get it like Sarah on QVC, but not for 10%, not a chance, because this business doesn't exist. 18 grand is nothing. It's nothing. She's got the product. She's got the trademark. They're going to make the business out of it and give her a little kickback, you know, about 55%'s worth. That's my call.
Far has got Deborah Meaden thinking about an altogether different number.
How many years she's got left?
So, if you weren't so lovely, I'd have given you a little bit of a hard time over a £600,000 valuation.
I mean, weird that Meaden said if you weren't so lovely, I'd give you an hard time about your 600,000 valuation, and yet actually is giving her a hard time about a valuation. It's an amazing negotiation skill to be able to say, I'm not going to do what I'm actually doing. Anyway, let's see how she copes with it. Oh, by buffering. It's not a great start.
I do. I actually think that it's conservative. I mean, another way of looking at it.
She thinks that's conservative. She's turned over 18,000 in a year. That's why they're all laughing at her. And they know a lot more about it. She should really learn from this. You know, if you say something in a negotiation and people are laughing at you, people who know more about it, people whose experience, knowledge, contacts and money you want, listen to them and go with it. That's how you negotiate. You know, there is a time when you fight, but not when you're wrong.
Oh, sorry. You think £600,000 valuation on a business that turns over £18,000 is conservative, with a straight face?
And the old lips there, pulled in. You know, that's because she's thinking stuff she doesn't want to say. She doesn't know what to say. It's certainly not what she's thinking. So the lip retraction. It's not just a mouth shut. They're pulled in.
I'm not going to prolong it. There's just illogical gaps in the way that you think and you want to run your business, and it worries me that, you know, you won't be taking stuff on board, so I won't be investing, Stephanie. I'm out.
Amazing. And Deborah's just gone, you don't listen, you don't pay attention to what we've said, you're standing your ground when you're blatantly wrong. So she's not teachable, and Deborah doesn't want to work with someone like that, understandably. Wow.
Okay.
Look at that gutted face. The start of the end looms its ugly head.
Tensions rise as Deborah Meaden questions Stephanie's business acumen and backs out of the deal.
She doesn't have any business acumen, she didn't question that. She questioned her ability to listen and take on board things that people who know more explain to her.
But does Tej Lalvani
need some sleep? Yep.
See any potential in the entrepreneur?
I can see that you're very persuasive and persistent, which is a good quality to have for an entrepreneur. And you have a product that's quite unique in this space.
Yeah.
You can tell by, I can see your, you know, that's just, I've observed some things, and that's the way I'm going to start the journey to telling you I'm not investing.
But what you've not demonstrated...
Oh, amazing. Did you see that? Let's have a look at that again.
And you have a product...
Remember, people don't do things for no reason. It could be unconscious, it could be conscious. Usually it's a conscious thought that is then repressed, and the unconscious expresses it in another way, usually non-verbal communication. In this case it was, so Lord knows what she didn't want to say then, probably something awful. But she done well to keep her mouth shut, but she didn't keep her body shut. Why? Because you can't. That's why it's important to understand these things. You know, verbal communication is probably about, they say, you know, there's different ranges, but it only makes up about 10% of how we communicate with people.
That's quite unique in this space.
Yeah.
But what you've not demonstrated...
Ah, there you go. He says it's quite unique in this space, and she does that again, making me think it might not be unique in this space. I'll look into it, and if I find anything like it, I'll pop it up there. Because that looked to me like deception. It's quite unique in this space, and she was like, you know, let's watch that again, because that was pronounced. Something's going on in here. She didn't want to think it, didn't want to admit the truth, but her body gave the game away. Watch.
You have a product that's quite unique in this space.
Yeah.
But what you've not demonstrated is that there's a need.
Don't think I'm being pedantic. Don't think I'm just looking at little tiny things going, oh, look, it means something. Humans don't just do things. It's not arbitrary. It may be unconscious, and more than likely a combination of conscious and unconscious. You know, a conscious thought and an unconscious reaction. But for some reason, this woman in her life went, while standing in front of a few people, knowing it would be on telly. Watch.
And you have a product that's quite unique in this space.
Yeah.
But what you've not demonstrated...
Right when he says it as well, in this space.
is that there's a need. And I think for investment now, because you've pitched it at £600,000, you're going to have to give up way too much equity too early on in the business. And for that reason, I'm going to say I'm out for good luck.
Did he say I'm out for good luck? Really? Hang on.
Yes. And for that reason, I'm going to say I'm out for good luck.
I'm going to say I'm out for good luck. It's good luck. When Tej says he's out, it's good luck. Amazing. Again, a Freudian slip, essentially, a parapraxis. Now, why, if he didn't get the wrong word there, he got the right word. Because if his brain didn't know what the word was, why didn't it just stop? Why didn't he say, but good luck? No, he didn't. He actually just said, so I'm out for good luck. It's a weird angle, and it actually tells you what he's thinking.
The thing I've always said, and I've always lived by the mantra that...
Again, another one. The thing, and I've always said. Lord knows what the thing means at the start of that sentence. The thing, and I've always said. I mean, that sentence starts, I've always said. But he went with the thing, and I've always said. Now that means something. Am I going to try and semiotically deconstruct that now? No. But you could. It's a weird thing to say. The thing, and I've always said.
The thing I've always said, and I...
I love it so much. I love humans. I hate them so much.
I've always lived by the mantra that for a dream to become reality, you have to make it real enough to believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Whoa. Jonesy, so rich he can utter tosh and get away with it. Let's listen to that again.
For a dream to become reality, you have to make it real enough to believe in.
Mm-hmm.
She says, but I don't know what he's talking about. For a dream to become reality, you've got to make it real enough to believe in. That means nothing. I mean, nothing means nothing. But Lord knows, that's such a mixture of realities. For a dream to become real, no, that doesn't happen, Peter. Dreams are dreams. They're an abstraction, and real. But it sounded all right, and you're rich, so we'll trust you. And she went, I mean, it would be lovely to have been able to walk in there and say, what did he mean by that? And she'd go, I don't know.
And I think that that's where you've lost sight starting your business.
Okay.
Because you have no idea of how you're going to get...
What, she's lost sight by not understanding your pseudo-philosophical tongue twister. It's a weird way to lose a business, but I'll give it to you, Pedro, because you're minted.
Get there. There's no stepping stone. All there is I've got a dream, I've got some beach powder, and I think I can go and take over the world.
Yeah.
That's not a good approach to a business.
And he's spot on with that. That is where she is. That is it. She's got a dream, and she has all those figures were just dreams. If this happens, then this will happen. If A, then B, then C. And life doesn't tend to turn out like that.
This is definitely not an investment, and I'm out.
Oh, gosh. Oh, that was amazing. Little sort of school teacher wiggle of her head. Check it out again. Very subtle, but look. That. When do we do that? Oh, it's that, isn't it? It's a. Oh, you're a bit up yourself. That's the gesture she makes. It's just very subtle, but watch it. Look out for it. Though.
Investment, and I'm out.
Did you see it? Fuck you.
More dragons wash their hands of a deal.
Ah, well done, Stefan. Washed their hands. Incredible.
Sarah Davies has been sitting quietly. Has the millionaire mum seen something some of the others have missed?
Yeah, she does QVC. She knows she can make a fortune out of this, but not for 10%.
Before you even came in, my exact words were, if this is what I think it is and it works, it'll be brilliant.
No, your exact words were something along the lines of, it'll be genius, but that's fair enough. Minor point. I like Sarah.
I was at the beach this weekend, and it's a genuine problem, and I love it when there's a product that solves a problem.
Okay, Sarah, can you do an handstand while I that up, you Krakatoa? It is a problem, but it's a minor problem. I don't think you're getting repeat buyers for this. I mean, what you'll do is try and upsell. You might have seen this with e-commerce. You buy a product, you get to the checkout, and it says, oh, you've bought product X. We'll sell you another one for half price if you buy it now. That sort of thing. So when you get a conversion, so when someone's come to your website, got to checkout, before they're about to pay, this is there's a little clock in the corner, sometimes there's a countdown. If you buy another one, we'll give it to you half price. Because I just can't see this as being a regular thing. It's going to be gone in the first day at the beach. If you've got kids, they're going to love it. They're not going to put a little bit on, just enough to get rid of the sand. No, I've got it all over my back. I was then throwing it at their brother. Then, the top comes off and it's just a cloud of beach powder. Or, of course, sell it in bulk to people. Why buy one? If you're going on holiday this year, mate, I'll do you 5 with 20% off. But television sales, wicked. Those things fly out. They do millions of units.
And I really put it through its paces. I sun creamed, I watered up everything, and I am sand.
Watered up.
Free. So I definitely conclude that it absolutely works. So the difficulty is, I cannot justifiably value your business any more than £100,000 based on what you've presented us with today.
And even that is generous. I mean, turning over 18 grand. Even if she got 50% of her business, at the moment she's going to get about 18 grand turnover, net profit about 5 grand. She's going to get 250 grand at the moment, a year back.
Wow. Okay.
Because your future potential.
And the dreamer's gone.
You had openly admitted relied on having one of us on board.
Well, yeah, but I still think I can do it.
It's amazing that she keeps saying that. Look at old Muttley here. Remember from Wacky Racers? Muttley. Why does she keep saying that? That's not a good negotiation tactic. Yeah, but I don't need you. That's kind of pride, isn't it? As I keep saying, I don't need you. Stop it with that. It's not about need. This is a negotiation where we're trying to help each other out. That's what business is. If I can help you and you can help me, we can help each other. No, I can do it without you. I've said it already 3 times, annoyingly.
If you really thought that, though, you probably wouldn't be here.
Perfect. And there's those lips. Oh, gosh, look at the eyes.
So I will offer you all of the money.
40%. It's got to be at least 40. Jonesy can't believe it. But again, Sarah's the master of the TV sales.
But I would want 49% of your business.
There you go. Pretty much half, but clocking into this woman's pride that she's seen. Oh, you're still the owner. You've got 51%. And that, weirdly, that harks back to 1980s kind of LA law and things like that. Oh, no, I'm the major shareholder. I get to make all the decisions. If anything ever ended up in court, I own more of the business. Now, it doesn't actually work like that. Because in court, they'll just say, yeah, but it's only 1%, and we've both put the same amount of work in over the last 5 years, and judges are like, yeah, that it's kind of symbolic at this stage, but ignorant entrepreneurs, they love that extra 1%. Now, if it was a business like Apple or Google, 1% is fucking loads of money, but 1% of 18 grand, no, it's about 18 £18 or something. I think £180.
And that is me being overly generous and valuing your business above where I genuinely believe it would be.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, 49%. And yeah, I reckon she'll make money out of that if she does it.
The entrepreneur finally has an offer, but for a whopping
Blake 7 soundtrack kicks in.
49% of her business. It's a world away from the 10%
It's quite nice actually, isn't it?
she was originally hoping to give away. Is Tuka Suleiman also willing to make a play for the powder?
Now, Tuka, of course, is into children. No, hey, whoa, whoa. What he does? He's in the rag trade, isn't he? Old Suleiman there. He's in the rag trade and he sells a lot of stuff to the likes of Mother Care. He does children's clothing. That's what I meant. Please, Tuka, don't sue me. I quite like you. Please don't watch back the other 35 Dragon's Den reactions, because when I say I like you, there's a slight bit of discordance if you were to watch them.
I like the name, and I like the way that you stood there and you've taken a lot of...
Oh gosh, you got a little bit sensual. You've taken a lot of...
whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Look,
oh, it's almost flirtatious. Not almost. She's so about the mouth, this woman, and understandably, I think I would be up there too. You know, with all those thoughts going around and knowing the other four are looking at you and seeing the other dragons looking at Sarah and going, what? And and then you think you've hoodwinked them because the other dragons are thinking that Sarah's making a mistake, and then you've got this 49% thing. It's very hard to keep a poker face, and her mouth's all over the place. So keep an eye on it.
Whatever you want to call it.
Mead in there, look.
Okay.
Look.
Oh my gosh. Swerve face McBeach powder.
Offer you've got is very good.
Okay.
Now, it could get better if Sarah was interested, if there's two dragons, because she's great TV shopping, and we've got lots of pull in the high street.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tuka's going in for a split. And actually, the two of them together, all of Tuka's contacts, he's 400 years old, remember, and you make a lot of contacts in that kind of time scale. So, and then with Sarah on, yeah, they're a good partnership.
So I'll offer you half the money for 24.5% if Sarah wants to share with me.
Would you be happy to split it, Sarah?
On this occasion, actually, I would. Because
that was really weird. What? Let's have a look at that again. I don't know what was going on there. Yeah, look.
on this occasion, actually, I would.
So please, sorry, just humour me. Let me have a look at that once more. I want a real close-up of that.
On this occasion, actually, I would.
Humans are amazing. Absolutely amazing. No, sorry, apologies. Good team for this. It's a fair offer, half the business.
Because I have had that real need and experience for this product.
I'll stop going on about that. Jesus, we've all had sand on our hands.
With young kids and babies, and Tuka is very strong in the baby industry.
Yeah, you put it a little bit better than me, yeah. If she'd have said Tuka is strong in the baby, you know, that's made her the same a mistake, but you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm willing to either make the investment on my own or to share it equally on exactly the same basis.
All these entrepreneurs think 2 or 3 or 4, all of them is better. They always think it's better to get more dragons. Oh, more dragons, more contacts, but no, double the problems as well. You know, you're then dealing with two people's ideas and two people's potential arguments, potential fallouts. And you won't be dealing with Sarah and Tuka. You might get a phone call off them once a month. You'll be dealing with a team they allocate to you for this side hustle, which is what most of the Dragon's Den sign-ups actually are. I don't know if you know this, but I can't remember the number exactly, but it's something like around half of the Dragon's Den pitches that get offers don't actually go through. Because afterwards, more information comes out. The Dragon's accountants have a look at the paperwork and a little bit more scrutiny. They get to think about it a bit more, and they actually say, you know what, no. And oftentimes, same with the pitcher. The pitcher goes home, calms down, relaxes a bit, and thinks, you know what, actually, I don't want to do that. You know, this isn't signed and sealed in the Dragon's Den. This isn't a verbal, legal agreement here.
Stephanie now has 2 offers on the table: a partnership with Sarah Davies, or a 3-way alliance with both the TV shopping star and Tuka Suleiman.
Thanks for reminding us of exactly what we all just saw. That's good, because, you know, we watched... You know what, Egan? We watched the same thing as you. We're not watching a different programme.
However, each alternative requires the entrepreneur to give up a 49% stake in her company.
She hasn't got a company. She sold 18 grand's worth of silica gel or calcium chloride or whatever it is. Or asbestos talc.
Will she be willing to relinquish nearly half of her business in return for some Dragon expertise?
Oh, drag this out. What do we reckon? Yeah, she's going to. She should. She definitely should, because she's so naive, ignorant, and unteachable. She's unteachable. She needs to turn this over to people who know how to do it. She's proven that here today. You know, maybe she's a nut that needs cracking, and maybe they're counting on that. But she definitely should, because she's not doing very well at the moment. You know, any of you could get a trademark today. Come up with a name, contact the trademark office, and register it.
Having taken on board what you guys have all said, it's more than I was anticipating, but I do totally hear what you're saying. I'd love to have both of you.
Hey!
Well done. Well done. Do you understand that means giving up nearly half your business?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Nearly half. It is half, isn't it?
I do, but can I be the boss of the team?
Oh, whoa. No, Sarah and Tuka. That wasn't a joke. How weird was that? Watch her carefully. Again, she's lost, this woman. When she says, can I be the boss of that team? That's that 51%. Again, harking back to the mythology of I'm the major shareholder. She wasn't joking. She means that. That was a question she asked. And they thought it was... They didn't think it was preposterous. They thought she must have been joking. Watch her again, the way she asked the question. It's not sort of like, can I still be the boss? No, she's like, can I still be the boss? And they think, watch, it's really weird.
Yeah, I do. But can I be the boss of the team?
Look forward to working together.
Thank you.
And Sarah's response to that look for the old shoulders up, both shoulders. Look forward to working together. That's what you do when you cringe, isn't it? You bring your shoulders up. And she went, look forward to working together after that really awkward. Can I still be the boss? Check it out. Amazing. Watch.
Look forward to working together.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Bye.
Success for Stephanie, who leaves the den with not one, but 2 beach buddies who have the competence and contacts to grow her creation to a global scale.
Well, there you go, people. Let's find out what happened to Beach Powder. Good Lord, because of all that rain and all that editing, this video has taken me 12 hours. It's now nearly 3 a.m. Anyway, this is quite weird. This is her Amazon page, selling a 2-pack, as I suggested. But the average Amazon reviewing percentage, between about 5 and 10% of your customers will leave a review. And she's got 33 reviews, which means being generous and putting it at the 10% of her purchasers leaving a review, she sold about 300. 300, well, there's 2 in a pack, so 600. But, you know, a tenner a pop, that's $6,000. That's not great. That's turnover, don't forget. Now, the company doesn't exist on Companies House, and all incorporated companies have to, which is weird. Although she did say she was in the Isle of Man, so I typed in beach powder, Companies House, Isle of Man, and I got this. And it says there, Isle of Man. It doesn't have her name, but, you know, it says beach powder, and she owns the trademark. And you can see over there on the right, incorporated 2018, became inactive 2019, and a change of status from live to ceased in 2019. You know, I'm not saying that maybe she changed her business name, maybe she's not hit the VAT threshold, so she realised, what's the point of charging VAT if I'm not getting any VAT, if I can't claim any VAT back? But the weirdest one comes now. So I found the beach powder Facebook page, and I wrote to her, "Hello, I make Dragon's Den reaction videos for a YouTube channel. I'm going to do your appearance. Could you tell me, is your business still active? On the Companies House for the Isle of Man, it says you've ceased. Have you just ceased being incorporated? Any help would be amazing and might help your business. I like to do a where are they now at the end of the reaction. Thank you." And she says, "We are very much still going. Thanks for getting in touch." And I say, "Are you available now for a very short chat?" She didn't get back. "I've made the reaction video and would love to have a few words with from yourself at the end." Nothing. "If you don't fancy that, could you write a little statement like what happened after the den? How's business going? I'll not edit it, I'll read exactly what you say." And then there's a little typo. And no, she decided against it. In fairness, probably the best thing to do from some rando YouTuber off the internet. So this is the website. It's kind of a basic website, as seen on Dragon's Den. Got a bronze award last year, sorry. I mean, remember, this company is about 6 years old. And what's weird is you go to products, and it's just the same, just beach powder, nothing else. There's a gift set which looks like some beach powder and some Kleenex maybe. All very odd, but maybe it's just become a little side hustle, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Thanks for bearing with me. If you got this far, give us a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed and you like this sort of thing, the more subscribers I get, the more I'll make. I am knackered. Look at that, free now. I started this at about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Yeah, great. Ta-da!
Sweet bit, sweet sweet bit, sweet